My name is Ana Gomez. I'm 18 years old and I'm more than my nationality. I grew up in Mexico and I moved here to Lafayette about 8 years ago. I started straight into 5th grade and I walked in and I remember it wasn't like a loud classroom, but it was just like a talking classroom, and I tried to befriend the person next to me. So I talked to her and I was telling her just kind of like a little story, like how I came here as an immigrant. Like at this point I had a very strong accent, and I remember like the whole class just got quiet and looked at me. It's kind of like I don't think I've ever felt like less of a human being than when everyone's just staring at you because of the way you're talking. When I noticed how weird and how nasty it felt, like when people targeted you, like my mom, I worked very hard to drop my accent. Like I took a lot of phonetic classes to understand and a bunch of different stuff like that. So I had to, for me to get away from it, I had to eliminate what made me different. I definitely remember there were times where not necessarily when I went to school, even when I came to college, my grandma was the one that would tell me the most. She'll sit me down and she's like, hey, when you get there, be careful of what you say. Be careful of not putting yourself out there and not targeting each other. And then especially, with the recent election being, that Trump said all those things about Mexicans, when it comes to certain people, that was a very important judgment to them, and it's something that they should follow. The fact that my grandma felt it was a necessity for her to tell me, hey, don't put yourself out there. It's hard. It's hard knowing that even though I do greatly try to be myself, and try to feel comfortable, it's hard knowing that just you existing is a problem for somebody else. And you can feel people targeting you. I know my mom has to consciously not say certain Spanish words that mean different things in English because we're afraid that someone will say something. It's so weird how it is a problem for so many people, you talking your language. In Mexico, Mexico's national language is Spanish. But from everything that we have learned from America, it was just we don't have a set language because we do have immigrants and we do have different kinds of people. And the fact that if my mom's at the grocery store talking to my aunt about how to cook eggs or something, the person behind this is getting agitated and mad that we're not speaking something she understands. Myself, I remember this one time, my mom got pulled over by a cop, and it was her light was out or her little sticker expired, something stupid like that, not a big deal. And he pulled her over, and he walks over and he knocks on the window and he's like, hey, do you know why I pulled you over? And my mom has a very strong Mexican accent. And she answers back, she's like, no, I don't. He picked up on the accent. He proceeded to ask her for her papers. And at this point, we're citizens, and my mom will be like, no, I'm an American citizen. And he was like, no, you're not. I want to see your papers. And the situation kept escalating for him, avidly asking for her papers. And growing up Hispanic, it was in general having a thick skin and just kind of brushing off because you're proud of who you are. Because every time you had a comment, it was never the same. It was never you always got, oh, you're a wetback, or oh, you're always stealing my job. It was just this constant hatred, because that's what it was. It was just hatred from people that didn't understand it. So I think the best advice I can give someone, at least I wish they would have told me, would have been just be proud of being who you are. There's nothing wrong with being Hispanic, with being Mexican. There's nothing wrong with it. It's who you are, and it's part of who you are, and that's okay. If you need to cry about it, it's fine. If you need to have feelings about it, it's fine. When people attack you for more than just who you are, and they just go for a certain aspect of who you are, it hurts, and it's okay to have those feelings. You don't always have to be strong.